Funky Fitness Now, episode 36, Funky Supplements.
Dude, what's going on, man? You're blue.
Welcome to Funky Fitness Now, where every week we take a look at some of the creative, unusual, and crazy things people do to get fit. We have a lot of fun, and occasionally we even learn something. So fasten your weight belt. It's time for Funky Fitness Now. Here are your hosts, Steve Stearns and Jessica Bailey.
Hi, and welcome to Funky Fitness Now, episode number 36. I'm Steve Stearns from Outside Health and Fitness, and I am really excited that you're here tonight because tonight we're talking about supplements. You know, those little pills or capsules or tablets or whatever. They're shaped like all kinds of stuff, and you put them in your mouth and you figure, something might be happening. Who knows? And speaking of, put it in your mouth and wonder if something's happening or not, my co-host, Jessica Bailey from Sassy Girl Fitness NYC.
Hi. Oh my God. I think that maybe you're the best at introducing me. You're going to put it in your mouth and something might happen. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can put me in your mouth.
What was that thing that, it was M&M's, right? It melts in your mouth, not in your hands.
Yes. I'm just like an M&M.
There you are. That's your new T-shirt or whatever.
Right? Maybe we should stop calling me Jessica and just start calling me M&M.
M&M. You're like a white rapper.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, one thing that I want to say before we get into our whole show on supplements tonight is because we're going to talk about some wacky supplements for sure, but I don't want to sound like a hypocrite because I actually personally believe in supplementation. But I do think, like everything else, you got to be really careful about what you select.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that the supplements that we're going to talk about tonight are insane, and I'm not worried that anyone is going to go buy them.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it's great to take a supplement. Like, I take a multivitamin every morning because I know that I am not getting all my nutrition through my food. Even though I try, I just know that I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think it's a smart thing to do, but like everything, you just have to be very careful and make sure that you're making good choices. And the thing is, a lot of people talk about the side effects of supplements and all this stuff, but if you take a look at drugs and even some foods, I mean, they have potential side effects also. Like those drug commercials that you see on TV.
Ringworm, excessive body odor, uneven tire wear, pyorrhea, gonorrhea, diarrhea, halitosis, scoliosis, loss of bladder control, hammer toe, the shanks, low sperm count, warped floors, cluttered drawers, hunchback, heart attack, low recell value.
It's funny because it's so accurate.
I was just watching morning television, and I never get a chance to do that. And they had, like, every other commercial was a commercial for some drug. And one commercial, it went on for so long about the possible side effects. And I was like, this is just ridiculous. I can't even listen to this. I know that they're speaking English, but I don't understand any of these words.
I know. And the crazy part, they always play the beautiful music, and they show everybody having a picnic while they're talking about, like, anal leakage and whatever they're talking about. I was like, oh, God.
You can just have a lovely time.
Yes.
So this brings us exactly to why we are doing this show today, because it's interesting.
So on today's show, you'll discover why too much of a good thing could give you the blues.
And how you can use a supplement that a horse uses.
Excellent.
All right, before we get started today, we want to make sure that you know that we're not endorsing any of the therapies, exercise programs, ideas, foods, or supplements that we're sharing with you on the show.
Right. If you hear something that we're talking about and think it might be something you'd like to try, we'd like you to check with your doctor first, because it's always a good idea to get their okay before you start any new exercise or diet plan.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't want to do something dumb without permission to do so first.
Yeah, at least if you're going to do something dumb, get permission and then do it. Have you ever heard of something called colloidal silver?
No.
No, me either. This is a supplement. Apparently, it's been used for thousands of years, but there's a pretty famous case of this. And what it is people will literally put silver in water, and then they'll put electric current through the water. It's this whole electrolysis thing, and then they'll drink the water. And this guy turned blue.
And why do they do this?
for him, now his name was Paul Carrison, also known as Papa Smurf because he turned blue. He literally turned blue. But he was doing it for his arthritis, and he had some different pains and aches, and he claimed that it helped him with all of those things. And the reason he started doing it was he had this case of dermatitis on his face, but he was doing this for such a long period of time. He did it over a 10-year period that he literally turned blue. And they said what happens is the silver acts kind of like film in a camera, and it just collects, color, and it is permanently part of his body.
So do you become blue permanently, or is it something like as soon as you stop taking this colloidal silver supplement, you stop turning blue?
Nope. In his case, I guess it's something called argyria is the condition, and it's caused by the silver, and it never goes away.
Interesting. Well, yes. I guess he doesn't have to worry about a Halloween costume.
No. Not at all. And it's really strange. I mean, he was on the Today Show. I'll have a clip that I put in the show notes, but he's literally, he really does look like Papa Smurf. He's that shade of blue. And even after he started turning blue, he continued using this silver supplement. And can you imagine? It has got to be really a challenge to walk around being blue.
Right. People are probably like, they stare at you.
Yeah. In fact, I think he moved because he couldn't, people were kind of mean to him.
Okay, so he moved, but when he moved to his new residence, wasn't he still getting like weird reactions and looks?
Not as much because he moved to California.
Oh, and they're all blue there, so
everything
it doesn't matter.
Weird over there. Yeah. So they were all kind of like, dude, what's going on, man? You're blue, They just kind of go as probably
because everyone in California talks like a surfer, I think.
Right, dude. And right, it was like a head to toe tattoo or something. I don't know what they thought it was, but so
amazing.
So my recommendation is don't do the whole silver thing.
Unless you really love to be a Smurf. Right.
And this also was, we talking about supplements. This was something that he literally found this in an ad in a newspaper and then just started doing it. So I suppose he got a chunk of silver and some sort of electrodes to put in the water and then just started doing this at home on his own. It's like, whew, scary business.
All right. Have you ever heard of Clen Fat Burner?
I don't know. It sounds familiar.
Well, it's from clenbuterol. It's a steroid that is used to treat respiratory illnesses in horses. It is not approved for human use, but it's taken illegally by athletes and models to boost muscle mass and trigger weight loss.
Wow.
Right? I know. I remember last summer when there were athletes that were banned from the Pan Am Games after testing positive for Clen, but I didn't know it was the Clen Fat Burner.
So it's literally a horse steroid?
Yes, it's a horse steroid.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. It's dangerous because it's not been tested in humans. There's evidence from animal studies that it affects the muscle tissues throughout the body, but that's an animal study. Even though I love animals, 100% love them, we are different from animals.
Oh yeah, for sure. So is this one of these things like where you take this thing for an extended period of time and then you have like a craving for carrots or grain?
You have a craving for carrots.
You do? Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah. So I'm like,
well, that would help you lose weight, right?
I really want to be like a horse, so I'm going to take this. No, it's because, people want to get more muscle mass and they want to look thin and lean with muscle underneath. Yeah, so they take this drug.
You can always tell, too, if there's someone at the office that's taking this, they say, hey, Jessica, there's someone for you on line 2. Instead of saying line 2, they just stamp their foot twice. And then they're probably taking this.
Right?
And they go...
And if they really love to be scratched behind the ears,
yeah.
You're like, she's on Clen. I'm going to eat some apples from someone's palm.
From someone's palm. So clearly, this is not an over-the-counter thing. Like, you don't go down to Rite Aid and get this stuff.
No, it's being sold illegally on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of stuff that just comes out, and then all of a sudden, people are like, "Whoa," like ephedra. You remember ephedra?
Oh yeah.
That was one of those that it was very popular for a while, and then all of a sudden, people started having. I can't remember if people were having heart attacks or strokes or what, but it was like, okay, that's maybe you shouldn't be taking that kind of stuff.
Right? I know. Well, there's a lot of times that celebrities don't endorse the product.
Yeah.
They just are like taking a picture of a celebrity that has had a weight loss, and they're saying that they took it. So you think that like, hey, Christina Aguilera takes this, it's got to be good, right? But no, maybe not so good.
Yeah. I had a nutritionist one time tell me that she said, if you can't pronounce it or if it has numbers in it, you probably shouldn't be eating it. And I was like, that's a good one. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I think it's very true for supplements, but I think it's also true for food. Sometimes you take a look at food and go, what is that? I don't even know what that is, But
I think M&Ms have red dye number 6 in them. I know. It's unfortunate. Do you know what red dye number 6 is?
Is it like one more than red dye number 5?
It's bugs. It's
bugs?
like roaches and stuff like that. Ground up roaches. Disgusting, right? I've ruined M&Ms forever for you now. Sorry.
That's okay. But, speaking of M&Ms, we have launched a Patreon campaign, and we're very excited to tell you about it.
You know we love doing Funky Fitness and bringing you some of the more unusual things and ideas people are doing to stay fit and active.
Right. And we'd like to ask you for your support, and that's why we've set up your Patreon page. When you become a Funky Fitness fan, you help make this show possible and keep it ad-free. And on your page, you'll find some really cool rewards, like behind-the-scenes videos and bonus content.
Yes, and you'll get episodes before anyone else, personalized videos, and a bunch of other cool, funky stuff.
So visit funkyfitnessnow.com/support and become a Funky Fitness fan now. We really appreciate it. You can also find your Patreon link in the show notes for this episode at funkyfitnessnow.com/36.
And you'll find links to everything else we talked about on the show today, including that video of Papa Smurf.
So until next time, I'm Steve Stearns.
And I'm Jessica Bailey, saying stay fit and funky.
Thanks for listening to the show. If you haven't already, make sure you visit funkyfitnessnow.com for more of the weird, wild, and kooky things people do to stay fit. While you're there, be sure to sign up for our weekly newsletter so you never miss an episode. See you next week.